Welcome to Exam Sale. In this video we walk through the syllabus for the Cisco Managing Industrial Networks with Cisco Networking Technologies exam. This exam covers 7 domains with precise weights that guide study priorities. The domains and their percentages are Industrial Ethernet 19%, Network Administration 15%, Industrial Ethernet Security 14%, Troubleshooting 14%, Common Industrial Protocol Knowledge 13%, Profinet Knowledge 13%, and IP Networking 12%. The Industrial Ethernet domain is 19% of the exam and focuses on Layer 2 switching and industrial protocols. It is rated medium difficulty and requires about 30 hours of study with hands-on and conceptual assessment. You will learn resiliency and high availability concepts such as resilient Ethernet protocol segments, media redundancy protocol for rings, and how STP, RSTP and MSTP behave in industrial environments. You will also study time synchronization with IEEE 1588 PDP, clock types and BMCA, and how synchronization supports CIP Sync and Profinet. Network administration makes up 15% and focuses on management and operational maintenance with an easy difficulty and about 20 hours of study. Assessment is conceptual and scenario-based and emphasizes device configuration and firmware management using TFTP, SFTP or local storage and rollback procedures. You will practice CLI tasks, express setup and smart port macros, and configure SNMP for monitoring. The domain also covers network monitoring with Syslog, Cisco Industrial Network Director, SPAN, LLDP and cable diagnostics like TDR. Industrial Ethernet security accounts for 14% and is rated hard with about 25 hours of study and scenario-based assessment. You will learn network hardening and access control including port security, IEEE 802.1x authentication and the role of Cisco ISE in manufacturing. The syllabus covers DHCP snooping, dynamic ARP inspection, IP source guard and VLAN isolation strategies, plus perimeter hardening with ACLs. Secure management via SSH and HTTPS, industrial firewalls like the ISA 3000 and storm control. Emphasis is on designing layered protections and hardening unused ports and services. Troubleshooting is 14% of the exam and is challenging with a recommended 25 hours and hands-on plus conceptual assessment. The domain trains you to diagnose physical layer problems such as cable faults, EMI, fiber loss, SFP compatibility and PO budget issues, and to interpret front panel LEDs and environmental impacts. It also covers protocol and logic troubleshooting including rep and STP loops, PDP synchronization failures, VLAN tag mismatches, DHCP and IP conflicts, CIP and Profinet timeouts, packet capture analysis and routing problems between industrial subnets. Common Industrial Protocol Knowledge is 13% and focuses on ODVA and Ethernet IP standards at a medium difficulty with about 15 hours of study and conceptual scenario assessment. You will learn the CIP object model with classes, objects and attributes and how CIP is encapsulated over Ethernet IP. The syllabus includes explicit versus implicit messaging, producer-consumer communication models, EDS files, CIP sync and motion requirements, and IGMP snooping considerations for multicast traffic. Profinet knowledge is 13% and also medium difficulty with an estimated 15 hours of study and conceptual scenario assessment. This domain explains Profinet architecture and roles such as controller, device and supervisor and differentiates RT and IRAP for real-time requirements. You will learn to work with GSDML files, the use of VLAN 0 and priority tagging, DCP for IP assignment, and how to configure Profinet support and diagnostics on Cisco industrial switches. IP networking forms 12% of the exam and is foundational, rated easy with about 10 hours of study and conceptual scenario assessment. You will master IPv4 and IPv6 addressing, subnet calculations and CIDR for industrial cells, and understand default gateway and static IP assignments. Routing fundamentals covered include static versus dynamic routing, OSPF single area behavior, interval and routing techniques, routing tables, administrative distance, gateway redundancy with HSRP, and validation tools like ping and traceroute. That wraps up the syllabus overview for managing industrial networks with Cisco Networking Technologies. Use the domain weights and estimated study hours to plan focused study. Combine hands-on labs with conceptual review, and practice real scenarios before the exam. Good luck and study smart.